What if the phenomenological aspects of a forest could be experienced in a place where one is not easily accessible to all? I started this project with thinking about what a forest is at its core, and what it would mean to have something like a forest in the middle of a city. I broke it down into three essential elements that generally dictate the experience of a forest: the canopy, the trees, and the ground. From walking through forests, I thought of these three things and how they function. The canopy acted as a barrier between anything in the sky, whether it be rain or sun. Parts in the canopy act as signals, indicating clearings in the trees. The trees act as visual guides, directing our movement and creating spaces. They work to direct our eyes up to the canopy or down to the ground. They are a beautiful support. The ground tells us how we should move through the forest. Plants scattered across the ground act as walls, keeping you in line with paths created by previous tenants of the forest. My architectural intervention aims to meet those connotations through these several parts. The umbrella acts as a canopy, which in combination with the other elements sit at a random height. The blocking secures the umbrella to the main support at the random height. The pipe acts as the main post in which the umbrella is inserted. The rolls of fabric are stretched tree to tree to create barriers and guides. The bucket of concrete acts as the main anchor for the assembly. And finally, the tarps act as a ground covering. These tarps will be laid out in a square grid on which the umbrellas will align to. The placement of umbrellas is determined by a random binary generator, so the probability of each grid point having an umbrella is roughly 50-50. Umbrellas that are one grid point away from one another are then connected by the fabric to create walls of a sort. Over time, the white materials would become stained and dirtied by participants, showing the paths walked and damaging them more and more with each person. These forests could be set up anywhere around the city where there is a large parking lot or other empty space. Some potential spots are marked on this map with the white squares. They could also be continually moved around, taking on a new layout with each move.